Hi everybody, so here we are on the affiliate conf in Moscow, Russia, and it is Mobio Talks, the channel about affiliate marketing, mobile marketing. And my guest today is Reuben Mallalieu, senior STM Moderator and our guest from STM. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
So let's start and tell me about your affiliate marketing experience, your background. Which traffic sources did you work, which offers, verticals, and how long are you in the business?
Okay, so I started affiliate marketing around 2010. My good friend Lorenzo, Mr. Green, he gave me some campaigns to try out, and I started making some money, and I was selling ebooks on there. And I started making some money, but I was also at university at the time. So I was doing it really on the side. And then I played around a bit and I ran some Facebook ads for a while. And I ran pops and redirects for quite a while. And then most recently have been doing native ads.
Yeah. So you have quite broad knowledge about different verticals and traffic sources. Do you remember the day how all that did start? When you felt this aha moment regarding and launch your first campaign? Yeah,
so I remember talking to Lorenzo, and he was in my football team, soccer football, and we didn't know what he did, and I was trying to understand it, and then I read his blog, and I realized that he was a celebrity in the industry, and I thought, what industry is this? He's just a normal guy. He's not a celebrity. But yeah, he ended up showing me some stuff. And the first campaign was a ClickBank product, which was an ebook. And I remember getting my first paycheck from ClickBank, and I made, I don't know how much it was, $50 that week. And I was really excited, and I knew that it was possible. Yeah, the
first money usually is
quite
exciting. From my experience, the main thing it is when you see that somebody else is earning money, and you can see that he's doing very usual thing. And you can do the same.
And he was a big inspiration there because he was doing so well, and I thought, how can I do that as well?
So, what do you know about Russian affiliates? How do you think? What do you think about them?
Russian affiliates, they seem to be very quiet, they hide in the background a little bit, it seems like. Maybe it's because English isn't the first language, but yeah, I think Russia's really interesting because there are so many affiliates, as you can see here, and yeah, it looks like a really promising market. There's so many traffic sources and networks in Russia, so yeah.
Do you have a lot of Russian affiliates on STM? Do you know the targeting of?
I'm not, off the top of my head, I'm not quite sure, but I think we do have quite a few, and we do have a Russian blog as well, which I don't know if that helps. So I think there are quite a lot, and apparently, I can't remember if it was you that was telling me or someone else, that at our conferences, there's always a really good group of a couple of hundred Russians.
Yeah, there are several affiliate marketing forums in Russia.
Right,
for local guys.
Yeah.
Let's discuss a little bit. I'd love to ask such question regarding right mindset for successful affiliate. And performance marketing for you, is it more like a business, or it's like a hobby which allows you to earn some money?
So it started off as a hobby, and then later on, when I realized it's what I wanted to do and I wanted to make real money with it, I realized that you have to treat it as a business. And I think more and more lately, it's so competitive. And if you want to do well, you have to really put a lot of energy into it. It used to be so simple where back when I was at university and you could throw an ad campaign up and it would make money. But now you have to treat it as a business if you want to succeed. That's what I think anyway.
And for you, so is it a long-term project?
Yes, yeah. Almost a stepping stone as well, though, to be able to build cash flow and be able to work on bigger, longer-term businesses afterwards, I think.
What is your focus and your plan for this year and for next year? Is it native ads or something else?
Yeah, native ads and Facebook really interests me as well because so many people are still doing well on there. But for me personally, I'm putting a lot of time into our conferences, the Affiliate World conferences, and really trying to bring the affiliate community together from all around the world. So I'm really trying to build that at the moment as well.
Yeah, Affiliate World Conference. From my point of view, it's very great success, because the last one in Bangkok was very nice.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, a lot of networking, a lot of parties. So what are your plans on affiliate conferences for next 2 years?
We've been growing a lot. The first Bangkok one, I think it was around 1,400 people.
Yeah.
And we hit, I think it was about 2,500 for the last one. And we're getting so much attention from these big Chinese companies and a lot of Indian companies, and it's really kind of bringing the world together. So I think that is a show that's really going to keep growing, and we're just going to scale it and make it more useful, try and give better opportunities for affiliates to meet other affiliates and networking. And we also have some pretty big plans in the pipelines for taking over the world.
Yeah. Are you still going to do it in Europe and in Asia, or Latin America, for example, or USA?
There are talks of expanding.
Yeah, okay.
We'll leave it at that.
So, how do you think, which is your strongest quality which helps you to be successful in affiliate marketing? Is it analytical, creative skills, or something else?
To be honest, I'm a bit of a tech tard, a tech retard. So for me, I think what's really made my career in affiliate marketing has been networking. Right from the start, I met Lorenzo, and he introduced me to the other biggest affiliates in the industry. And I had a really unfair advantage there where I could just meet these big affiliates. And I think that has carried on being the most, I know it's not really I guess it is a skill, networking, talking to people, meeting people, getting information out of people and working with them. I think I'd probably say that.
What skill could you teach somebody if you were given only 2 hours, for example?
I don't know. Networking. If I wanted to teach someone the most important thing that I can teach them in 2 hours, I would somehow try and set them up with the right resources to keep learning, like getting on the STM forum and finding those guides. That's cheating because then they can keep learning. But yeah, maybe like just showing them the basics of everything, because it can be so confusing when you jump into affiliate marketing. You've got to learn tracking, you've got to learn about offers, you've got to learn like how to set tracking up can be so confusing. And I'm not an expert at that, but I would probably show them the basics of that and show them
different things to read, to learn.
Show all the different core aspects.
Can you tell some three top resources, educational resources, or maybe some blogs, which you would give?
Obviously STM.
That's why I'm asking about 3.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so we've got a lot of guides on there and a lot of help, and the community helps each other. Other resources, I really like following Charles No, actually. It's
very inspiring.
It's inspirational, like the advice isn't always really in-depth stuff, but it's really good mindset stuff where sometimes I watch his Snapchats and I get motivated for the day. And I think being motivated is a really important thing as well.
Maybe 6-week AMC? Yeah,
for sure. We have those training programs which are really intensive training programs, the 6-week AMC. And that's a real investment, and you have to be serious about about affiliate marketing, because you spend a lot to get into it, but you actually get a lot of value back from traffic source credits and all these things that actually pretty much levels it out. But to be able to give that money up for it, you need to put your head down and learn, and you will learn a lot from those guys.
is there some controversial, non-obvious thing about affiliate marketing, which you believe and support a lot, but majority of the market probably would not agree with you?
I think the whole industry itself is a bit controversial to outsiders, and a lot of people from the outside sometimes think it's quite scammy and a lot of that kind of stuff. And sure, there is a lot of scammy stuff that goes on, but there's so much clean, like white hat stuff, and I think it gets a bad rep where affiliate marketing is a skill that so many other mainstream companies should adopt, this performance marketing.
So you can earn money on white hat campaigns.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Affiliate marketing, not only
well,
about
that's it.
white hat. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about failures in affiliate business? Because it's not only about successful campaigns. I think it's 10% success, 90% of failures.
I think that's where the mindset thing we talked about and the motivation is so important, because you have days where you lose a lot of money and like you're saying, it's up and down. We had a day a couple of months ago when we lost $10,000 overnight. I woke up and I saw it on the stats, and you can't let that get you down. I could have easily said, no, stop, like cut it, I'm not doing this anymore. But the next day we ended up making $10,000 back. And if you stop, you're never gonna find out. It's kind of like statistical gambling. If you're doing it right, you're always gonna win. But obviously there's a fine line where some people just go down and down, and you've got to be ready to spend a lot of money and fail a lot to win.
But what do you do to keep motivated when there are such failures happen?
I think I look around at other people. I see other people doing so well, and I think, okay, that failure happened, but this guy has made like $50,000 today. I want to be him. And so you just keep trying to overcome that. And I look around and get inspired by other people, I think.
So you presented a case study about native ads today. So it is certainly a trend for this year and for last year. What do you think about other big things? What other trends do you see will be this year?
I think native ads is going to keep getting more popular, but there is a real barrier to entry where it's expensive for small affiliates. Facebook, I think e-commerce is a huge one. Drop shipping is so easy to do, to set up a drop shipping store with Shopify. And I really see e-commerce growing and growing, and a lot of affiliates have the skills to make big e-commerce businesses that can make their affiliate profits look so small. So I think a lot of people will realize that and move over to there. And also it's another cleaner white hat solution. I think e-commerce is probably going to be the one for the next year.
But regarding Facebook, there is one trend, it is e-commerce. Another one, it is Nutra and different cash and delivery. So what do you think, what will win? Will it be Nutra or e-commerce?
I think they're both going to keep going. They're both pretty evergreen. Everyone always wants Nutra products. So there's always going to be people making money with them. I don't think you can pick a winner between them.
You worked with Populярna and Pin Submits. What do you think? How is it going now?
I think it's a really good starting place for new affiliates. I think it's probably maybe the best place to start. It's maybe not as good as it was. Now you have guys with these monetizing platforms.
So a lot of mobile carrier traffic went to such platforms from Populярna.
Exactly, and you're competing with these guys with algorithms, and so it does make it a lot harder. You either have to really build technology in there, or you have to evolve. But I do think it's the best place to get your feet wet and buy a lot of cheap clicks and look at data.
And you don't need to work with creatives. You just need
it's a
to
lot
analyze.
easier.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But what about such platforms like traffic aggregators and monetizer? Did you try to work with such smart links?
For example, Lorenzo has monetizer and Airflow. I worked a lot with him on that earlier and made some really good money on it. Sometimes with these monetizers, you don't know what you're advertising.
Yeah.
So you can't make an ad for something, you could have those download play ads. But they're also good for monetizing kind of like wasted traffic where maybe the offer doesn't work for them. So you send them to this monetizer and it will match them up.
And what about pin submits? Is it still a good niche?
Yep, I think so. I think it's becoming trickier for the advertisers, the guys making the offers. There's so many regulations coming in.
And what do you think about Google AdWords? It's still very secret source. Every time I heard some stories about top affiliates making 5-figure daily profits on AdWords, but all guys which I know who tested AdWords, they failed, and I tested myself, so it's very difficult.
Right.
So what do you think about AdWords? Did you try yourself?
We tried a little bit, and we saw a little bit of success, but it's obviously a huge source, and if you can crack it, then like you said, these guys can scale. I haven't played too much with it though.
But in terms of farming accounts, Facebook or Google AdWords, what is easier now?
What's easier? I think like there's a lot more people doing Facebook. So maybe that means there's more opportunity in Google. But I don't actually know which one's easier. I haven't really tried it. So.
Thanks a lot for this conversation. I just have a few questions for conclusions.
Cool.
Some advice for new buyers and those people who just starting in affiliate business. So which 3 best traffic sources would you recommend for start?
If you want to do the e-commerce route, it would be Facebook, obviously. And I think that's a really good one to learn that you can use for any business, right? If your parents have, some kind of shop, you can kill it for them on running Facebook ads. I think that's a really good skill to learn as well. And if I was starting, if you're doing pops, the easiest platform is probably like an aggregator. So like a DSP where you can access a lot of different traffic sources.
But it's not pops, it's banner.
You can get pops on some of these as well.
Okay.
Like I think like the Vazu MDSP has like pop ads in there. It has like a lot of these different pop sources on there. So they're integrating more into those. I think in terms of ease of use, maybe like Zero Park, or otherwise going for like like a monetizing platform where you don't have to worry about it and you can just look at stats and learn how to manipulate the stats and learn how to.
So you can take aggregator and some pop under.
Plug it into a monetizer like a smart link.
So is it a good place for new buys?
I think so, yeah. Because it optimizes a lot of the stuff for you, and you get the experience of playing with the bids and looking at the stats and optimizing placements and that kind of thing.
And the last question is, can you tell us, from your opinion, 3 top affiliates in the industry?
I sometimes look at some people slightly outside of the industry as well. Guys like Neil Patel, he's such a knowledgeable guy, and I think he's got a lot to teach. Who else is there? Obviously Charles is a good one to follow, especially for the newbie audience.
Not only affiliates, but some people from the
Gary Vaynerchuk.
He's very popular on Facebook now.
I think he's awesome to watch and quite inspirational as well.
He's very inspirational. Okay, so thank you so much for this conversation. It was very, very helpful, very useful, I think, for listeners as well. But even for me, it was very useful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Good to talk to you.